We're back with the pink sheets, baby, because there's a lot of stuff in this room that's getting moved around. Definitely different things. This is another episode of Sports News with Noud. Let's just get through it because you know what topic I really want to talk about. So DeAndre Hopkins getting cut by the Arizona Cardinals. It looks like it was a move to move cap space. It didn't seem like they were seeing eye to eye. Obviously, he put things like, "Oh, I want to go play with a quarterback that loves football, who's a leader. I want to play with a defense that." It was really good, and management that is stable. That's not the Arizona Cardinals, so he's taking shots everywhere. I mean, Kyler Murray's probably playing Call of Duty, whatever now, and he's chilling. So he wants to go play with a contender right now. The three teams that have been set: Patriots, Bills, Chiefs. So obviously he wants to sway things in the AFC because everybody wants to come play for the fucking AFC. Nobody wants to go to the fucking NFC. I just, as a Steelers fan, this is just great to hear because, you know, we already have to worry about the Mahomes, Allens, Lamars, Justin Herbert. But, you know, why not? More coming, you know, because over there in the NFC is Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields. Awesome. Great. Grand. Wonderful. Obviously, now we have the workout videos, which are stupid. Everybody's blowing out of proportion about the workout videos. I saw one of Justin Ross from last year, or the receiver from Clemson last year, who now plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, people are saying he's fast, he's torching people, blah, blah, blah. I saw one of Luke Musgrave, the tight end that the Packers got. I saw Mahomes and Kelsey 2.0, question mark. This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. If I see one of Broderick Jones, or if I see one of Nick Hargan, I'm not going to say shit like this for the Steelers. I'm not. Please stop. All right? They're playing in shorts. I don't care. Enjoy the athleticism. They're athletes. Enjoy the catches. And oh my gosh, the hoopla. Please stop. All right? Your team is not a contender because some guy just did a one-handed catch. All right? Congratulations. Anyways, NFL, man, that's great. 99 days left. One of my favorite sports. There you go. So, MLB, full swing. No pun intended. Still the same three teams, Rays, Orioles. We got some people coming up. The Yankees are back in swing. Houston. We have the Rangers. All these teams are vying for their spots. So, if it stopped right now, those would be the four top teams. Obviously, the Orioles being in the same divisions as the Rays, they have to be in the wild card, which sucks. It's all right. They play an awful game today. They played the fucking Indians, and they have zero relievers. Zero relievers! You know how frustrating it is to have 8 runs and then giving up 12? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense in the game whatsoever because you're supposed to have people who can pitch the ball, and they don't do that. Anyways. That's baseball and football because it's whatever. Stanley Cup, pretty good actually. This is pretty good. Florida Panthers sweeping the Carolina Hurricanes. So they beat the number 1 seed Boston Bruins, who made history in the regular season. They beat the Toronto Maple Leafs, who everybody thought would break their curse and did not. And they swept the team that people thought if the Bruins didn't make it, they would play them and or they would go to the Stanley Cup, and the Hurricanes lost. So let the Rats keep ratting, baby. They are the Rats. They are the last team that got in. I want everybody to remember this team would have made it if the Pittsburgh Penguins took care of business against the Chicago Blackhawks, the worst team in the NHL. Shout out to them getting the number 1 pick. Not rigged at all, right? Not rigged. Anyways, on the other side, Las Vegas Knights went up 3-0. They gave up 2 games back-to-back, and they beat the Dallas Stars 4-2. They are now going to their second Stanley Cup Finals in about, 6 years? The first time they went, they lost to some team named the Washington Capitals. Thank you. And now this year they have Jack Eichel doing his thing. They have Stone doing his thing. They have Hill in the goal, who's been pretty well. So it's going to be a good Stanley Cup. I think people want to see, a new team win the Stanley Cup, which we will, but I think people want to see pandemonium because of the next thing I'm saying. So you know which team I'm rooting for. I hope the Panthers complete it as the last team getting in. I don't want it as a sweep. I think it's going to be like maybe a 6-game, 7-game thing. I'll say 6. I'll say 4 Panthers, 2 Knights, and then we celebrate in South Beach because the Nuggets complete their sweep of the Lakers. Okay, we got the Western Conference. Joker, exactly. But the team on the East that made it played in the play-in. Lost the game to the fucking Atlanta Hawks. Still can't believe it. we're 3 minutes away from losing to the Chicago Bulls in the second play-in. Beat them. The Miami Heat beat the Milwaukee Bucks 4-1. Beat the New York Knicks 4-2. We're up 3-0 against the Boston Celtics. Then pandemonium struck. 3 games dropped by the Miami Heat. One from dramatic fashion in Game 6. Jimmy Butler getting fouled by Al Horford, then hitting all 3 free throws. Then all they needed was one stop. Marcus Smart taking this dumbest shot of all time. By the way, nobody talks about that enough. If this next thing didn't happen, that would have been his legacy. Derek White gets the ball with 0.1 seconds left. Hits it off his finger just well enough that it didn't touch his hand, so it's a free ball. Went in, they win by 1. Now we have a Game 7 in Boston, and everybody's talking about how the Heat are going to be the 1-150, that they're not going to, that this is going to be the comeback for 4-0, or from 3-0, and that they're the Boston Celtics, or the Boston, man, I got to stop going too fast. Boston Red Sox, as well as the whole 28-3 thing. Boston does this all the time, blah, blah, blah. However, the game still needed to be played, and Eric Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler both guaranteed a win. And, okay, he also guaranteed like 3 wins before, but you know what? We take that away. Because what happened in Game 7 was pure will. They were down 9-4 in the beginning of the game, and then all things started to happen. They came out, they shot well, they became the team of destiny. They did all these different things. They won in Boston, destroying all those different things that happened. The last year's shot, them celebrating on our home court, the 3 losses before this. They did everything that they could to make sure it didn't happen again. I am proud of this team. I am happy to be a part of this team as a fan. Dude, it is crazy. I get to see it because the Pittsburgh Steelers right here did the impossible in 2005, winning 4 straight games just to get into the playoffs, beating the number 3 seed, the Cincinnati Bengals at their home, beating the best team in the NFL that year, the Indianapolis Colts, beating the second best team in the AFC in the Denver Broncos, Poetic Justice beating the number 1 seed in the NFC in the Seattle Seahawks. Now let's go to the record for the Miami Heat, beating the number 1 team in the NBA in the East, beating the number 4 team, which had great defense and great players. Jalen Brunson, amazing. In these, beating the second best team in the NBA and their arch rivals, the Boston Celtics. Now standing in their way is the number 1 seed in the West, and that is the Denver Nuggets, who are put on a show this offseason or this postseason. Joker has set himself apart in an elite class that you can't even imagine. Jamal Murray coming to be the guy that we know from the bubble. You got Gordon and MPJ doing their things on the wings and doing all these different things. And KCP and Bruce Brown providing that veteran leadership from the bench, doing their thing as well. And then don't forget Bruce Brown, not Bruce Brown, the guy from Kansas. He is going for history. He would be the first guy to go from winning a national championship to winning an NBA Finals right out of college. I think it's like Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or some shit like that, and like Magic Johnson. So he'd be in great company, even though he probably won't make it to the Hall of Fame. Who knows? They traded away Bones for him to get playing time. So we have a great coaching matchup. I do like Malone against Spo. I mean, I think these are one of the... I think Spo is the best coach in the NBA, and I think Malone is probably the third. So you could put Pop 2, and then I'd say Kerr 4. So I think all those together, man, it's going to be a hell of a series. I'm excited. I know this isn't a long one. I think that's a good thing. So you guys enjoy Sex in the Window. Just remember when you're bodying them dudes. Pause.